let's just go ahead and segue right into this pass defense, because that's where they're going to have to attack. That's where they're going to have to find some success. But they just, in my opinion, they can't do it in the same manner they tried to do it last week. Not going to happen. Roquan will read you like a book. Kyle Hamilton will read you like a book. Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey, some good guys that could play well in the pass defense. Now, it hasn't been the case this year, though. That's not been the case. Specifically, tight ends. Oh, this is why I want just Freaky Ferg back, man. In week 1, Kelsey and Noah Brown combined for 70 yards on them, 6 receptions. Week 2, Brock Bowers dominated these dudes. Dominated them. 98 yards, 9 for 9, 9 targets, 9 receptions. And in some of the ways that they did it, there was some creativity. That C word, Cowboys Nation. Oh, that C word. Let's go take a look real quick. When I was watching this game, man, this play, as a football fan, excited me. As a Cowboy fan, pissed me off, because you don't really see this type of pass game creativity out of us. But again, I'm stealing this, just period. But anyway, let's just let the play run real quick, and then we'll run it back. This comes out of motion, ladies and gentlemen. Also, play action, ladies and gentlemen. And then with the actual route combination, you're going to see some creativity and get a wide open look. I ask you, how many times do you see a wide receiver, tight end, whomever, this wide open, that deep down the field? And let's talk about why it is. First, the motion. Let's see what they're in here. And pre-snap motion. And then there's going to be post-snap action with play action. Now, does a play action do anything from a move the linebacker standpoint? No. But what that's going to do is it's going to hold this edge here. It's going to make these offensive line or these defensive linemen flow with the play action. And when they do run this kind of play action, not necessarily a boot, but this play action with this kind of post corner route attached to it. Take a look at this route. I mean, just a lot of nuance here, by the way. Let's take a look at Devontae Adams first. Devontae Adams, his release is important, because if he releases outside, that's going to carry the cornerback out here. Devontae Adams releases inside and sells the post, but he does come back out. See, we're inside the numbers. Sells the post. So not only does the safety have to go with it, but so does the cornerback, which is going to leave this green grass. And if we take it back just a little bit, this is a great job too by Brock Bowers, I believe. Brock is selling this over. And then he's going to hit this corner. And look at this. Again, how many times do you see this? You don't. So you're going to need some post-snap creativity. This is what I mean by you got to make Roquan Smith think. You got to make Kyle Hamilton think. You just can't line it up. Okay, week 1 to the tight ends here. In the red zone. Got 2 tight end situation. Travis Kelce, here goes the motion. What is the motion going to do? Take a look at the linebacker here. He's going to follow Pacheco. Great sell by the tight end. This is Noah Gray. He sells the block. Tight end screen from the tight end god himself, Andy Reid. So these are just 2 creative ways that they got the rock to their tight end. Brock also had a play where play broke down. Boom. About 25 yards deep down the field, one-on-one. This is why I want to see Jake Ferguson in this game. I'm hoping he can play. With all due respect to Schoonmaker's game last week, go look at Schoonmaker's targets. Everything is 5 yards and in. And then he did get one play where he got some yak afterwards. A lot of green gets upfield. But that's not really going to stretch this defense or put pressure on the defense. You're going to need your tight ends to get upfield and make some plays, take advantage of some one-on-ones, take advantage of some green grass. We haven't seen Schoonmaker do that really in his life. That's not his game. His game is block and most things 10 yards in it. Ferg can do that. You get Ferg back here, he can do that. And not just Ferg, though. The number one wide receivers in the first 2 weeks, 8. They 8. Rashee Rice, 7 receptions, 103 yards in the first week, dominated across the middle of that field. Devontae Adams, 9 receptions, $110, 1 touchdown, dominated those dudes. Dominated his one-on-ones too, and we know that Lamb can do that. Again, this Ravens pass D, so far, Zach Orr is trying to figure it out. It's not Mike, what is it, Mike McDonald? This ain't that guy. He's trying to figure out his way of doing things, and right now it has not been successful. They've given up a league-high 14 explosive plays. So this is going to be, and I said this yesterday, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferg. If we're not going to be as creative, those are the guys that are going to have to really do the damn thing in this game. And I believe they can. I truly do believe they can. Now, obviously, you got to watch out for guys like Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton, like I said. But Humphrey has already given up almost half, if not more than half of the receptions in 2 games as he did last year. Kyle Hamilton, he's a playmaker, no doubt about it. Huge fan coming out. All pro. He's going to be everywhere. They line him up in the slot. They line him up in the box. They line him up deep. So he's a guy you kind of got to be mindful of. A little bit in a similar way as Tyrann Mathieu. And he caught a pick last week, but game was pretty much over at that point. So they was just sitting on Lamb. Again, got to make him think. Can't just be easy, right? But this is a game where CeeDee Lamb and Dak can go off. A game where CeeDee Lamb and Ferg can go off. We just have to be strategic about it. It cannot be ABC cookie cutter stuff. And if it's going to be ABC cookie cutter, then add some damn creativity to it. Put an XYZ in there.